Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Pony 411. This is episode 215 for the week of March 25th, 2018. I am Alcatraz, and with me is Nemesis.
Hi.
And the hiatus is now officially over. Over. The season 8 has begun.
Yes, it has.
So, yes, we are back into the thick of it. The show has begun once more. A lot of other things have also happened. We've got a handful of news. We've got quite a bit of stuff that we're going to have to try and get through. So we will just jump.
And a surprise.
Yeah, and a bit of a surprise. I haven't seen actually anywhere else online yet, surprisingly. I think we're all too distracted. Who knows? That'll probably change by the time you hear this. Anyway, we got some news to get through, and I'm going to try and get through as quickly as I can, so sorry if I rush through this too fast for you. This is a recording. You can always pause and listen to us again. So, if you'd like to follow along, you can find our show notes at pony411.libsyn.com/show notes. Remember, that's LIBSYN. So go there, click the link for this episode, and let's try and get through this as quickly as we can. In convention news, Everfree Northwest has announced a number of community guests for this year. I'm not going to go through all of them because there's quite a lot. There are links in the show notes so you can go and see all of them. So go click that, check them out if you're interested. Fandom news, Equestria Daily has apparently now been archived in the Library of Congress. Apparently this process started a while back. They haven't said anything, but it has basically completed up to this point. They're going to continue adding things as they happen from now on. But yes, there's
more importantly, that means some of our stuff has been archived.
Technically, we are now in the Library of Congress because we've shown up in EQT. But yeah, apparently they have a whole fan work section in the Library of Congress.
Yep.
So we were included in there. Congratulations to Equestria Daily on that one. Into merchandise news. Says hit off on the big one. The Toys R Us saga has come to a rather sort of tumultuous
as
end.
we predicted.
Yeah, but things are weird. To sum some things up, all the U.S. stores are closing. They're going to try and keep some of the other ones. That's like 700 some odd stores in the U.S. that are closing.
Mm-hmm. Canada's still alive.
Yeah, the Canada one's in a weird spot right now. It's still alive, but they're trying to do some stuff with that. It's weird. Don't know what's going to happen with that. But the liquidations were supposed to start on Thursday. They were delayed until Friday, but that means they are, as of now, as of yesterday of recording, liquidation sales have begun. Good luck if you need to find something.
Although, remember, it's all, at this point, still like 10% off.
Yeah, they will increase the signs. Currently, they're like up to 30, but that's just like one thing in the stores, 30% off, so they can say that.
They basically, by the time you get the good discounts, are going to everything good is gone anyway.
Yeah, if you're lucky, you might find some stuff there. Yeah, good luck. There is some weird stuff, like I mentioned. Amazon is apparently mulling over potentially buying some of the storefronts out. To what end, or whether they're going to actually do that.
Amazon's trying to expand their physical presence to compete better with Walmart, because Walmart is starting to come for them because Walmart already has an existing physical location chain, and they're going hard and online, and they're basically going to treat every store as a warehouse itself, which means literally they're planning on having things. I buy something online, you get it delivered within an hour. Yeah, from the local Walmart if you have one there, which you should because it's Walmart. Amazon's kind of like, uh-oh.
Yeah. So how that'll all play out, nothing's set in stone yet, so we don't really know. But that might be a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Also of interest, the old KB Toys is coming back. They've been planning on coming back from going out of business in 2009, but now
someone bought the name to KB Toys.
Yeah, someone bought the name to bring them back. They were going to come back later, but now they're going to try and rush into it to try and fill this new hole and try and beat the Christmas season, the holiday winter season stuff. Also, to add on to, well, one quick sad thing, apparently the CEO of Toys R Us also just died.
Yeah.
Which is like, oh. But apparently the CEO is starting a Kickstarter to raise $1 billion. That's a B, not an M. $1 billion to try and buy back about half the stores.
It was.
And someone dropped like $200 million.
MGA Entertainment CEO. CEO is launched a GoFundMe, and they raised let's see, him and his group of investors have already donated $200 million.
Yeah.
They want another $800 million.
Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Don't.
I'm not planning.
Throw your money at saving a failing business.
Yeah.
Besides,
but it is a thing to be reported on, so who knows what's going to go on with that.
At this point, they've only raised $43,000 out of... Yeah, I don't think it's happening.
Yeah. Probably not, but it's still a thing to report on.
Mm.
So yeah, that is all happening. Like I said, the biggest thing as far as it goes with ponies, you might be able to find some things on liquidation sale. Good luck, though, because chances are the good stuff's going to be gone. But who knows? You might be lucky. Anyway, moving on from that big thing into more merchandise stuff, the deer from that one comic arc are apparently coming to the Game Off Pony game.
Boo.
Whatever. There's also an oddly high production value video made for it. It's just like...
time on the deer. They sucked.
I don't know. The comic people like it because it was something new that they were able to invent and add in, I guess.
It was a bad arc, though.
I don't know. Some people like them.
I remember you called it bad, too.
I'm not saying one way or another. I'm not saying... But it's happening, and people do like them, so... whatever. Anyway, Big Bad Toy Store has listings for the Pony Friends single brushables and the Show and Tell brushables, as well as a listing for the Starlight and Trixie fan series figure. Mm-hmm. So another place that you can pre-order that one.
Don't do it.
And also brushables if you get brushables.
Yeah. With glitter patterns.
Amazon has a listing for another book titled My Little Pony, Equestria Girls, Canterlot High Stories, Pinkie Pie, and the Cupcake Calamity. That is a lot of colons in that title.
Oh, no.
Not those colons. Anyway, it has a pretty long synopsis, and it is as follows. Pinkie Pie loves her job at Sugar King Corner. She gets to work on perfecting the best cupcake recipe ever, and it's always surrounded by treats. Things seem like they're going to get even sweeter when Rarity becomes the new cashier, but it turns out that Pinkie and Rarity don't always see eye to eye on customer service. Just when Pinkie Pie thinks her predicament couldn't get any stickier, a big corporate bakery moves in across the street and steals all of Sugar Cube Corner's business. Can Pinkie Pie and Rarity work together and find a way to save Canterlot High's favorite bakery? It's called corporate espionage. So yes, that is a thing. That's all for merchandise news. Into comic news, iTunes has a preview for Legends of Magic number 12. As is expected, go check it out if you care. The official solicitation for the Art of Magic Volume 2 is also out, so that's coming soon.
Yeah, we actually mentioned it way back when, because it got listed on Amazon.
Yeah, but now the official solicitation for it is out. We also have a title and synopsis for Friendship is Magic comic issue number 67. It is Tempest's Tale Part 1 of 2. Tempest, woo! It's synopsis. Tempest, a former foe, is exploring Equestria to learn more about love and friendship. Her travels take her to the Crystal Empire, where she will come face to face with the pony who set her down a path to villainy. Will she come to grips with her past or return to her treacherous ways?
Sure.
Yeah, I doubt she will. This is MLP for crying out loud. We also have a synopsis for Ponyville Mysteries number 2 comic. Remember, these are the comic series, not the book ones, even though they have like the same title. They are actually different. It's confusing, I know. Anyway, synopsis. There's a major mystery at the bowling alley? Ponyville's team is set to break a bowling record, but the alley keeps being ransacked by a mystery criminal. Will the Cutie Mark Crusaders be able to set the pins right and solve the caper? Yes. Bowling. Hey, cousin.
Over the line.
Also, that one has a special cover by Leakfish.
Yep, that too.
Into Equestria Girls news. A new Equestria Girls minis shorts was released. Remember those things? Yes, and this one's about the Fluttershy beach monster thing that happened in that other short we talked about.
Yep. This one's only 15 seconds long, though.
Yes. Also, parts 2 and 3 of Forgotten Friendship are up on YouTube.
Yep, and these ones have extra scenes in them that were not on the broadcast version.
Yes, those little bits of cuts that they were talking about.
Mostly in the pony stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, I think entirely within the pony stuff. Not really a whole lot, actually. Just one extra joke that wasn't in the broadcast version, and a stupid pony showed up.
Yes, I haven't seen the clip, but I've seen screenshots of that clip. Someone had to do a double take.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, into Friendship is Magic news, our last section. Tara Strong did a short interview on TV that was recorded, and you can go watch it.
Mm-hmm.
She also did a QA thing on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 more fundamentals of magic videos are up. One of them is about magical objects, and the other is about when magic goes wrong.
Yeah,
They're neat, but they're pretty simple and straightforward. Not much meat to them. But they're neat anyway. And a new Season 8 promo is out that is based on Saved by the Bell.
Only 90s kids remember.
That's great. And of course they brought back 20% Cooler.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's cool. And a lot of animatics have been released, but a lot of them were for the episode we're going to talk about later today.
Yep. So no reason.
But there are some other animatics that aren't, I believe.
Yep, including one from the Granny's Gone Wild one. And
I don't know why they picked that title.
Because it's funny.
Why? But yes, there's a whole bunch of them out there. I personally have not watched them because I'm trying to be spoiler free. But you can go watch them if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel Bloom will be guest starring later this season.
No word when, but
no word
eventually.
When. But yes. So that is the news. So quickly moving into discussion topics. The first one we're going to go through, we have a new comic to talk about. So go ahead, talk about that one, Nemesis.
Yeah, Friendships Magic number 64. It says
Nintendo 64.
Written with Tom Zahler, art by Andy Price, and colors by Heather Breckel, in which Fluttershy and Rarity go to Manhattan because Fluttershy is going to, an animal shelter symposium.
It's a conference.
Yeah, it's a conference thing for animal shelter owners, I guess. And Rarity also discovers, oh no, 80s has come back.
Fashion is cyclical.
Yep. And she's upset over this because it's so gaudy, and it's just reminding her of her dark past with fashion. Meanwhile, Fluttershy's freaking out because finding out, oh no, I might have done all this stuff wrong with my shelter, with the animal shelter sanctuary thing. And that's the gist of it.
They learn a valuable lesson.
Yeah, it's a low stakes comic.
Yeah.
It's just kind of, let's just learn stuff, I guess, and have a montage. And
I think the entire thing was just so they have so much 80s fashion all over the place, and it's great.
Yeah, visuals are great. The story's it's all right.
I mean, there's nothing bad about it.
It's a super basic story,
yeah.
And visuals really are what you're here for in this one for sure.
Shoulder pads, really?
Yeah. Shoulder pads, let's see.
Parachute pants.
Parachute pants.
Literally.
Leg warmers.
Parachute.
Acid wash jeans.
References,
a couple clever, somewhat more subtle and blatant references, depending. Let's see which one was. I saw Snoopy. Snoopy's in there. A raven named Edgar. I did work that one out. Yeah. So yeah, visuals are pretty much the draw here for sure.
Yeah.
The story is not really anything it's not terrible, but it's not particularly great either. It's just kind of
nothing to call home about.
It's there. Is the story. The story's there.
It's decent enough to push it through.
Yeah, but basically, like I said, visuals are the big one. For the visuals, I'd recommend it. For the artwork. It's the story. If you're here for the story, you're going to be disappointed.
Yeah. I would have kind of liked a little bit more expansion onto Fluttershy's thing, because that could have been an important story and lesson there. It sort of was, but...
Yeah, well, like I said, it's super basic story. Nothing to write home about, and you're here for the art. That's it. That's the only reason you buy is for the art. It is pretty art.
Yeah.
And very flashy colors.
And flashy colors and big hair and big clothes.
So, that's it.
That's it.
Only for the art.
Anyway, we got something else to talk about that kind of popped up I noticed on accident.
Mm-hmm.
There's new Equestria Girls shorts.
Yep.
A bunch of them.
Yeah.
Which one should we start out with?
Probably the ones that came out first.
Yeah, the old ones. So the first short we'll talk about is The Salty Sails.
Mm-hmm.
This one was available on the app, but has expired by now. But essentially, Rarity, Fluttershy, and Sci-Twi are going to follow a treasure map and find something they're going to take a boat.
Yep, they're just going on a boat.
And it goes wrong.
Yeah, it goes wrong.
That's basically it.
Yeah, it pretty much almost hit a rock.
They almost hit a rock. They lost the map.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They got soaked.
That was basically it. I think the funniest part was the hat.
Oh,
They were running out of wind. They needed more wind, and Rarity lost her hat, but grabbed it and ended up becoming a sail with it, which worked, sort of.
The only one bothering to learn nautical terms. She had time to complain about that while everything was going wrong, of course.
Yep.
So we always have time to complain.
Yep.
Always. That's what the show is about. I mean, no, wait.
Yeah, whenever you take control, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes,
it's
it is.
good.
Anyway, we got more to talk about. The other one that came out is Blue Crushed, and nothing important happens at all.
Well, Zephyr Breeze showed up.
Like I said, nothing important happened.
And he blatantly
at all.
hits on Rainbow Dash again.
Again,
trying to impress her and failing completely because
he shows up with a surfboard because Applejack and Rainbow Dash are gonna go surfing. And he shows up, I can surf,
hello,
but
ladies.
he can't surf. And
turns
he
out,
fails miserably.
And Dash is like, get out of here.
Yeah.
Get out of here. Leave me and Gladys alone.
Yes. Apparently, somehow he got a really nice surfboard.
Mm-hmm. And
I don't know.
Dash now Dash and Gladys shipping is a thing.
It's not the worst cargo ship I've seen.
I was actually saw a fic about it. It's pretty kind of funny, but yeah.
Well, I mean, there was the classic Dash and Kitchen.
But this one in particular is just Sunset was messing with Dash by throwing ventriloquism, making Dash think the clipboard was talking to her.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just pretty much Zephyr's a douchebag, and that's it.
Oh, you're actually going to use that word? I was avoiding it.
Why?
Because I want to watch our rating. I'd say other things about him, too.
That's a tame one.
It is kind of tame, but still. But yes, that is not the only one that came out. A whole bunch of them kind of dropped.
Yeah. Today,
as of recording, they just kind of popped up out of nowhere.
Let's see how many were there. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising. It came out of nowhere. Everyone's so distracted by the premiere.
Mm-hmm.
But real quick, the writers for those last 2 episodes, who are they?
Yeah. Whitney Rawls did the C one, the first one, the C Salty Sails, and Kate Leth did Blue Crushed.
Yes. So the other ones, there's, what was that?
Another 7.
Another 7 of them came out, and we'll try and go through those real quick. Starts off with one called Turf War, in which Timber and AJ fight over who gets to save people's lives.
Yeah, lifeguard duty.
Yep. They're totally flirting.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's like, oh dear.
I'm concerned
Timber.
about things. Yeah, and Bulk is a dork.
And Bulk is a huge dork, and it's great.
I'm just crying because I don't want you fighting.
I hate seeing you fighting. And then he just stands up and walks.
Oh.
He carries them off.
Yeah, and also Applejack decided the best thing to do to save some ice cream is throw her hat and then give it back to her. And
hair in
I was
it.
like, oh, yeah,
Ew.
Applejack, that, hair and sweat and...
I mean, the alternative is sand, so it's...
Just
you
leave
put
it
back
there then.
Anyway.
That's one of the, just leave it. It's gone.
It's gone.
Anyway, this one was written by Laura Hooper Beck.
Laura Hooper Beck.
Yeah, the Timber
Sounds
AJ thing.
familiar.
I'm wondering if people are going to try that.
Oh, boy, yeah.
Are they going to try, or it's what's this going to be like, it's Timber, so no one cares?
Yeah, you'd be surprised, I think.
Not really. It's Timber twice canon, and yet no one cares.
The next one is Friendship Math, in which Pinky has a quiz in a magazine on BFFs, and they fail, so Twilight
Get serious.
makes one of her own, and yeah,
Then realizes why it doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter.
Unquantifiable.
Yes.
And
It's
Twilight
just-
is really serious about this.
Yes.
Pinky's a little unnerved.
Especially that one scene.
I just remember
Oh,
this
dear.
time when everyone's like, oh wow, it's crazy Twilight can out crazy crazy Pinky, turns out. Way back during season 2 came out.
Yep.
And this was written by MJ Offen.
Don't recognize that one. The next one is Last Day of School, which apparently Twilight and Rainbow Dash have very different opinions about the ending of school.
Yep.
Dash is very excited. Twilight is not.
Twilight's upset because school's over.
School's over. Oh no, all the work they could do and all the reading and
Yeah.
then Dash reminds her, you can just go we can just go to the library.
Yeah.
Begrudgingly. We can go to the library.
The library. Public library. Meanwhile, Dal also tries to get out of schoolwork by, Sixth teacher, it's the last day. I want to watch a movie.
That's a good idea.
And then Charlie pulls out a VHS tape.
VHS. That's so great.
Like, wow.
How many kids watching that will have absolutely no idea
Weird thing is
what
it's
that
a Daring
is.
Do movie.
On VHS.
But that one, the special, that was the first Daring Do movie, wasn't it?
I guess.
Oh boy.
I don't know. Technology is weird. It's always been weird in this show.
Yeah, but this is a human world. It's a totally different rule set. Is
Uh,
that like, did they like literally record it off like a TV sharing?
Who knows?
And
it may have been.
That's what they have.
Or maybe they had to convert it because that's all that they can afford in their
Yeah.
schools is old VHS players and CRT TVs
I guess.
on a cart.
And
Although that's how you always knew it was going to be a good day in schools when the science teacher brought in the TV cart.
yeah.
We're going to watch Bill Nye. Yes.
Yeah. And this was written by Kate Leth.
Yes. The next one is called Outtakes, in which Fluttershy tries to make an ad
Yeah.
to adopt pets,
And freaks out because
freaks
it
out.
means being in front of a camera.
which sucks. Being in front of people and doing,
Yeah.
or not even being in front of people, but doing recordings that people will end up watching or hearing can be terrifying.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, then AJ and Twilight come by like, you got footage. It's
You got
good.
footage.
We can work this work and they made it work.
I made it work.
Hooray. And it's
Yay.
written by Whitney Rawls.
Next one is Pinkie Pie Snack Psychic. And we have a callback to Quinky Dink World,
Yeah.
apparently. And Pinkie's in the diner, working at the diner, and handing out her friends to help people who need help.
Mm-hmm.
And she knows exactly what to do.
Yep. Good based off what they're eating.
Yep.
Yeah, they're
You gonna
getting
mention
weird
it?
again.
You gonna mention it?
They're getting weird again. I mean, it makes sense Flash should be a little unnerved.
Yes, that part did make sense.
Here, Twilight can help you with your math.
Geez.
Oh, boy.
Not this again.
No, I can't do this.
You're Twilight, but you're also not Twilight.
So
Awkward.
I just swear, if they're trying to set up some weird love triangle thing, I don't know what I'll do.
Triangle with that turf war episode. It's gonna be a square
Oh no.
with AJ involved as well.
And then there's also a sports team who are in the dumps and
The-
some
this-
girl who's upset.
Well, we have the swim team that lost, so
Yep.
Dash helps out. We have the girl that's apparently spilled something on her, and a Rarity magics a dress out of nowhere.
It's
This
very,
is Rarity.
she made a dress
whatever.
right there. Yeah, that's all right. It's written by Laura Hooper Beck.
Hey. Second to last one, where things start getting a little bit different. This is 5 to 9,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a music video.
He's like,
AJ sings a kind of cool country song about, getting things done, and I guess it's fun. It's cool. I don't really like country, but it's nice. I like it.
Fun. Yeah, it's actually pretty fun. It's about setting up the barn, I guess, for a party. A
Yep.
hoedown
Good old fashioned hoedown.
in the barn,
Yep.
as it should be.
And then passes out.
Yeah, passes out because she's so tired.
Yep.
She's plumb tuckered out. Also, apparently she wears a onesie to sleep in.
I guess.
Sure.
Falls asleep,
Yeah. and-
playing her guitar.
yeah. Written by G.M. Barrow with music by Mason Rather.
Huh. It's nice. I liked it.
Mm-hmm.
However, we have the last one.
Yeah.
This is So Much More. And it
So
is
Much
also a music video.
Actually, it's
This
called
one,
So Much More to Me, apparently.
So Much More to Me, yes. So Much More to Me. It's a music video with Fluttershy.
Yep.
And I really like this one.
Yeah, this is a good one.
This one was
is the best
really
one.
good.
This is the best
I
one,
did-
honestly.
I did not expect this one. That song is like,
Sure.
wow.
Cool. But yeah, it's very poppy.
It is very poppy. I love. It's got kind of a '90s synth back
Mhm.
to it, so like '90s synth pop.
So Much More to Me.
But it is
Also,
really
there were
really
two Fluttershies.
Yes, there was 2 Fluttershies. She sung a duet.
More
with
shipping.
herself.
Wait.
There's like shipping in every one of these. I
Well,
guess
it's not
sort
5
of.
to 9 unless it's AJ X or guitar.
I've seen similar.
Yeah. This is actually a really good song.
It is. It actually reminds me of a really old fandom song that I really like.
We don't have time for this nostalgia.
I know, but not just the nostalgia part, but I mean, I know how a lot of that goes.
Right.
Let's just say that.
Anyway, this was written by Kate Leth and music by Rayson Rather. And also the whole reason she was singing is because her friends want to go off and karaoke and they didn't want to go. And then Sensei came back and was like, hey, actually we changed our minds. We're going to go see a movie. You want to come?
Yeah, I'll go.
Flashlight freaked out initially. He's like, were you doing music? No!
Were you playing with your... No, I did not see you playing with your dolls again. But yeah, it's really good.
Yep, that's the best one.
So yes, those are all of the shorts that came out.
As of today.
Yeah, as of recording, who knows what'll happen.
March 24th, 2018.
That's all that we know about. Who knows what'll happen between now and when you hear this.
Yeah.
We didn't know these were going to come out. Anyway, the last really big thing, Season 8, like we said, has begun. The premiere is here. It is called School Days, and we're going to talk about it now. So, attempted quick synopsis. The map grew.
Oh, no.
Including all the places and things they did in the movie.
Yeah, which they blatantly reference.
Yes, that is a thing. So, they hem and haw about what this means, and they decide to open a school. Well, Twilight decides to open a school, and everyone's going to be teachers.
Yep.
So Twilight goes to Celestia to talk about this, and nerds out over that, and is introduced to the EEA, Equestrian Education something. I don't know. EEA. Administration, probably. That's probably what it is. Doesn't matter. So they decide to open a school. Twilight goes to the EEA with her big plan, and they give her preliminary accreditation so they can open and start. First day of school happens, and all the creatures show up. Changelings and yaks and all this. Yeah, all of them. And there's a certain group of students that it focuses in on. And things start looking pretty well, and then Twilight says, nope, you're doing it wrong. Basically comes in, you've got to follow the EEA rules.
Mm.
So they start doing that, and things start degrading, because things are now really boring, and the students decide to all skip out. And then when they come back for this parent-teacher day, except not parent-teacher day, whatever else they decided to call it, they come back, but the changeling student is like a giant... It's not the bugbear, it was something else. Everyone got scared because they thought it was an attack, and the EA administrator, Naysay, freaked out and closed the school because you're doing it all wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Twilight went into a depressive slump because she failed. Her friends and Starlight brought her back. Yes, I worded that in a certain way. They decided, screw the EEA, we're going to do this anyway. The main five, minus Twilight, because minus Twilight went and tried to gather all the students, but they weren't there. Turns out they were missing. And it turns out they had made friends anyway, in spite of their bad teaching.
Yep.
And they were holed up in the Castle of the Old Sisters. Castle of the Two Sisters. Then they ran into some creatures that weren't very friendly. The main six showed up to help them out. They went back, started the school, everything started going well. The EEA administrator showed up to shut them down again. Twilight threw it in his face, and everyone lived happily ever after.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go. Synopsis. We have a school, and it's not actually accredited because Twilight decided, screw it, we're going to do it my way anyway.
Yeah, indeed. This episode.
I was a little surprised with how quickly they referenced the movie.
Oh yeah, just right off the bat.
Immediately.
Yeah, just right.
You better watch the movie.
This happened while this happened while we were gone doing that stuff, and there's the pirates and the Kludge Town and
yep. And the sea ponies, now griffins and things,
Hippogriffs.
And yes.
Hippogriffs,
thank you, not griffins. The griffins did show up. It was a good premiere. It's probably not my favorite premiere.
Yeah.
But it was still a good premiere. It had a slightly different tone, I guess, to it.
Well, yeah, it's expanding it's changing what the show's going to be to a degree.
Yeah, it is. It definitely gives hallmarks to where the season is going to be, and where it's going to go, what it's going to do, all that sort of stuff. It was not bad by any standards. It was quite enjoyable. But definitely not like my favorite.
Mm-hmm.
It's still really good. It is interesting, Naysay. I think we're just going to jump in and talk about Naysay because he's kind of important.
Yeah, Naysay.
First off, his voice actor is Maurice LaMarche.
Woo!
Which is Brain from Pinky and the Brain.
The Brain.
Amongst other things, but that's probably what a lot of us will remember him for. So it is kind of interesting we have Brain as our protagonist, basically. He's kind of a jerk.
Kind of, you say.
He's kind of a jerk, just a little bit. But, you know, his kind of jerkish nature comes with the fact that he's blatantly racist.
Blatantly so.
I mean, last time we really had a lot of sort of racism. It was kind of the Zecora thing, if I remember correctly. And even then, it was kind of sort of racist. But this is just like, holy crap, blatant racism.
They're kind.
Yes. Even using all the stereotypical phrases and stuff too. It's like, wow, we're really going there. Which, all right,
good.
This is kind of a thing that we need to.
Chunk of the fan base who needs to hear this.
Yes,
I'm looking at you, alt brony.
Yes, this is kind of a thing that is important that needs to be dealt with in modern day society, in the real world. Racism is still a big problem, so it's good that we focus on that. Though I'm a little interested. He was blatantly racist, but they didn't ever really directly confront that. Probably not yet. I think it's something that they're going to come to. But in this episode, they didn't directly confront his racism, though they did continue to say, no, this is a place for everyone. But they never confronted him directly on his racism.
No, but they did make it very clear they're not happy with him.
Yes, they did make it very clear that his racism is not acceptable. Something that they're trying to get away from, but I was a little surprised that they didn't directly confront him about it.
Right.
Though, I've heard that we're going to see him again.
Yeah, according to Quester Daily.
According to things, we're going to see him again. Don't know when, but I'm hoping that's when...
Oh, yep. Maurice LaMarche himself said there's more.
Yeah. I'm hoping that they will directly confront him on that racist thing, because it's kind of something that's good to do. So yeah, it introduced, I think one other kind of important thing is we kind of focused in on introduced a new set of characters.
Yeah.
The students.
A new 6, which was something we already kind of leery on.
Was a little bit leery on. I think we mentioned, I don't know if we mentioned it earlier or in a past episode or something.
We did. We mentioned them because they...
When we were getting the teasers, I think.
Yeah, the official synopses and teasers and stuff. Yeah, we started.
Right.
We went in a little bit on it.
Looking at how this episode went with them, I'm not certain if we should be leery or if we should. I mean, you could go either way here. I mean, it treated them fairly well. I mean, it didn't worry me like, oh, they're going to replace people here.
No.
But, I mean, and also it didn't seem like they had, like, it was a guaranteed introduction of a new main cast or a new secondary cast. They could have still been one-off, but I suppose we should talk about them.
Yeah, I mean, they kind of all fill archetypes and whatnot. I mean,
they do.
There's a sarcastic one, there's the angry one, the clumsy one, the
laid-back one.
The laid-back one, the excitable one.
Yes.
So I mean, they're not a carbon copy of the main 6 or anything, which is a good thing.
They aren't,
but
which
they
is
do,
good.
Like, the Hippogriff does kind of share similarities with Pinky to a degree.
Yeah, you get. What are their names? Do we have their names?
We have their names. I can't remember which ones.
Which ones are which? Well, the dragon is Smolder. I know that for a fact.
I want to say Silverstream was
a griffin.
Yeah, that's Lauren Jackson.
Or I think that was.
Yeah, that had been.
It may have been the Hippogriff. Silverstream.
Yeah, that sounds right. Ocelus, I think, was Devin Dalton. Gallus Gavin Langelo.
There's some interesting names.
Yeah. Shannon Cantus Smolder. Let's see. Sea Spray Christopher Gaze.
Now remember, there's also the Guardians.
Oh.
We're here as well.
Sea Spray. I think Sea Spray was the Hippogriff.
Yeah.
Let's see. Katrina Salisbury as Yona.
Yona, that is the Yak, the new Yak student. I kept mishearing it as Yoda.
Vincent Tong as Sandbar, the pony.
Yes, Sandbar. Just chillax, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a Vincent character, though. Yeah. I mean, it would have had to have been Vincent or bring back, and I've lost his name, Shining Armor, Andrew Francis. Because Francis is such a surfer.
Yeah. So I think those are the new ones, yeah. Those are new characters, so. Yeah, I mean, they're a thing.
They're a thing, I guess.
The problem is they're not fleshed out enough really to get a really good solid grip on them, really. I mean, right now they're pretty much just down to archetypes right now. There's really not much more to them. And granted, this main six started off like that, but the main six, because they had 2 episodes dedicated to just them, we had a lot to build off of from the get-go. Versus this, we kind of have a split attention between the 2 groups. And so there's not as much time to devote to learning about these new characters. So at this point, I can't really get a solid grip on what I feel about any of them yet.
Yeah, I'm still sitting neutral. They can go either way. They've got pretty good grounding, I think. They could go... They could be very good characters.
Yeah, I think right now, based off initial impressions, not Silverstream, the Griffin. Now I can't remember his name again. Gallus the Griffin.
Gallus the Griffin.
Yeah, I'm not really liking him so much. He's excessively sarcastic. And it's the way it's acted as well. Too. Yeah, the way he's acted kind of, I don't know. It's just kind of, I don't really like it. It's
Smolder, like they could all be great characters. It's hard to say. It's hard to pin them down, especially because this is the introduction before they learn friendship. And learning friendship could change them.
It could, but also I would suspect they won't be changing them that much.
Not that much.
They've pretty much established these are who these characters are.
Yeah.
Sandbar is just kind of, I think, for me, a little too slow. He just talks too slow. It just kind of annoys me.
The voice actor doesn't help.
Yeah. Yona's kind of all right.
Yona's all right.
But the Hippogriff is, I think the Hippogriff is kind of, in a sense, the worst aspects of Pinky concentrated.
I think... like I said, I'm neutral to all of them, but I do think the Hippogriff's going to take the most work, in my opinion, just because it hits that part of Pinky that grates on me is really where she's centered right now.
Yeah.
So
Ocelus the Changeling, she's okay.
She's the nerdy one.
Yeah,
she's the quiet, reserved. She's the Twilight character.
Yeah, kind of.
If you want to compare them to main six, she's the Twilight character.
I don't know how I feel quite yet. So far, it's just kind of... if anything, she kind of feels like she's the Sci-Twi version of Twilight.
Sort of, yeah.
Because she's got more of that weird Fluttershy kind of mixed in with the quiet...
Yeah, she's got that Fluttershy bit, too.
Yeah, the quiet and shy parts. So it's kind of weird. So they don't quite follow the main six to a degree, but they do share similarities. But I think... I'm not sure what they're trying to do with them yet, and it's just kind of at this point...
We don't know if they're going to become regular characters or not.
And I'm also hesitant about just instantly throwing any love towards any new character because I've gotten burned before.
I've been burned.
Hey, this character's great. What the heck did you do to her? You know what I'm talking about. But actually, I haven't even shared my overall thoughts on the episode stuff.
Yes,
yet.
Overall thoughts. Go ahead.
You just kept one on something.
Yeah, but I had something to talk about.
Yeah, this episode, this premiere, it's definitely not the best one or anything. It's kind of a weird one because it's just it's kind of weird. It's not like last season where it was a one part weird. Just what in the world? I don't know.
Yeah,
it's definitely not Crystalline tier. It works.
It works. It's got a weird. I think
the whole thing. It's kind of in ways it kind of undermines the whole premise. The particular first part, the premise is this whole school thing, and then the first part, what do? They can't be, despite the school, they still wind up being friends on their own time. So it's like just kind of undermine the whole thing with this, right?
In a way, yeah. They became friends in spite of the school, and Smolder and Gallus?
Yeah.
Started becoming friends literally to spite the school. Not in spite, but to spite.
Spite is the motivation 90% of every human thing.
Yeah, it's like, we don't need friendship, so they became friends in their lack
But you are
of...
friends.
It's like, well...
Yeah, so it's kind of hard for me to really... It's pretty good-ish. It's just, I don't know, kind of...
It's just hard to place, because it doesn't...
The problem is, the story in itself is all right. It just kind of starts introducing a lot of stuff, which is like, I don't know how this is going to play out. And that's the thing. It's like the hesitation of... This could go really bad in the future. It could. We don't know yet.
Yeah, so I don't want to put anything on this.
We got a whole ton of brand new characters who don't all land, I feel. The thing is, we still can't really decide on them till we get more exposure to them. And if I'm looking at it, we're probably not going to see him again for a couple more episodes. And I suspect that we're going to have a lot of main six or other established character in one-on-ones with a new character type deal in the future.
Yeah, we're like, I know some of the future.
I know we got the
CMC
with the hippogriff thing.
Yeah, so they're probably going to get Silverstream in there.
Yeah. So I suspect we're going to get a lot of that, so we're going to get them fleshed out over the course of the season.
Yeah.
And then we'll really be able to get a better bead on who they are and whether they like them or not.
Like, we'll have episodes where they'll focus on one of the new characters, on one of their issues that they're dealing with, and that's when we'll do that.
We have this whole thing where it's this kind of like, Twilight's all excited because, it's her... She gets to teach now for real, like more than just a one-on-one thing or anything. She gets to open a school, and she's all excited about that. The thing is, she knows the rule thing, and it's like it makes sense that she'd follow the rules because she wants to keep her school open and everything, and she's trying to follow the rules and do get, I guess, possibly just example and everything. She's a princess. She's still so you still have to follow the rules, and even Celestia even told her you still got to follow the rules.
Yeah,
and so it's like, okay, she tries to follow the rules, and it's completely failing, and kind of hurts, like, oh wow, my whole big project is failing because I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, that's
it's like,
that is one of the worst things ever.
You're doing everything you're supposed to do and it's still failing.
And it failed. Not realizing that it failed because of what you were told to do.
Her friends becoming teachers trying to do their thing, and ties that you can't do it that way, it breaks the rules, and so it's a weird thing of like, it's like, well, then maybe the rules are bad.
Yeah, and that's sort of what the lesson, I guess, the moral
to a degree,
here in some of a way
also
was...
racism bad.
Also, racism is bad. We shouldn't have to tell you this, but apparently we do. Yeah, it's sort of I guess, it sort of comes across as sometimes the rules are broken, but I think it's more... I would say the better lesson or moral in place of that would be sometimes the rules don't fit every situation. Mm-hmm. This is a situation where the rules weren't exactly built to fit. Also, the rules were written by a racist, so...
or at least enforced by a racist.
Yeah, they're kind of... Yeah. I think that's more of that one. You said something that reminded me, the other main six, the main five, minus Twilight, becoming teachers. She kind of Twilight just kind of drafted them into that without asking them.
Yeah.
It's just like... You probably should have talked with them first before saying, you're going to be a teacher. Wait, what?
Yeah, I think it's
borderline manipulation on bringing them in, too.
I think it's just Twilight gets so caught up in what, particularly the map thing. It's like when the map tells you to do something, you do it.
Yeah.
All hail the magic conch.
The conch has spoken.
Yeah, and so it's kind of weird because the whole map thing, and I mean, it's also, speaking of the map and everything, dancing around the movie stuff, is like, where'd Tempest go?
Oh, yes.
Or that unicorn. It's just kind of weird. It's like, just kind of dance around. Oh, she's elsewhere.
She's elsewhere.
Because we can't afford to pay the voice actors for the
that's
TV
just
show.
Yeah. Bringing back Emily
so references
Blunt.
like, Queen Novo, and then and so it's like kind of weird that weird dancing. We have to acknowledge it, but we can't really bring the characters in.
Which is why they had Guardians bring in these characters and not, the main ones themselves.
Particularly for the hippogriffs. The other ones have already appeared in the show anyway, so it's no big deal.
Couldn't bring Queen Novo in with hippogriffs. That
costs money.
Yes. I would love to see them do it. Probably one-offs bring them back in, because they do have, They have Maurice. They
Well,
brought in John Delancey.
Well, Maurice LaMarche is
brought
a
in-
veteran, just voice actor anyway, so it's not for him. It's like it's just
They
hire-
brought in William
I know,
Shatner.
but again, those are one-offs. But they're also, let's be honest, William Shatner's not exactly in high demand right now.
Yes. But they brought in John Delancey on multiple
Well,
occasions.
let's be honest, John Delancey's not exactly in high demand right now.
But he still demands a high price.
And most of his work has been TV shows versus
Yes.
not movies.
But yeah, I would still like to see Tempest come back and like a
Nice.
real
Yeah, I'd love
one-off.
to see Tempest come
bring
back. But
bring in, as long as they can bring in Emily Blunt.
yeah, the thing is, that's the problem, is Emily Blunt, really. They got a celebrity VA, and, well, that's not going to happen, I don't think. Anytime.
It's like that one Transformers movie.
I mean, they could get sound-alikes.
They could, but it's just kind of like,
I
aww.
don't know, but
It would give us our character, but aww.
yeah. Which apparently that's what they're going to do with G5. But anyway, but this episode was also written by Nicole Dubuc and Mike Vogel, I believe. Yes.
And honestly, I think they did a good job.
They did a pretty good job. Again, it's just kind of
The reason we can't decide on how we feel is not because it was badly written or wasn't written, like up to high standards. It's because it just has so many open ends to it that are yet to be resolved.
Yeah, it's just, it introduces concepts we can't really make judgment on quite yet.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of the real
Which
problem.
could be a good thing, could be a bad thing.
Yeah.
We've been constantly asking for large overarching stories, and that's one of the downsides of getting an episode as part of a large overarching story.
Or
is,
they'll do
well,
what they usually do, is like, big thing happens in the premiere, nothing, and then come back to it in the finale.
season 1.
Yeah, season 1.
Which
Season 5.
yeah, season 1. Speaking of, I kept. It's not exact, but I kept getting sort of feelings of the season 1 premiere off of this. The sort of new, different, establishing new
And
things.
see, that's
and
what
building
worries
new
me
things.
a little bit, is this we need to change things up thing. To a degree.
Yeah, I mean, it does worry me, but it's also one of those.
I know we need to change, but not every change has been successful.
Well, it's not like we're worried about, oh no, is the show ending? We already know
We know
the answer
when
for that.
we know it's coming to an end. We know that already. We already know when too.
Yeah, which kind of sucks.
But
I preferred the nebulous thing.
well, it just worries me that it won't work.
Yeah.
It's because it feels like a huge. This is not just a minor change or something, or just an evolution per se. This is a big sweeping change.
It is. And it could go great, but it also might not. It's one of those, sometimes you need big changes, sometimes you don't. Big changes are a risk, but sometimes they pay off, but also sometimes they don't.
Still question the wisdom of Starlight as a counselor. What the heck?
Who then was shown teaching.
Yeah, and
I don't
then
know, maybe
also
she subbed in for
and
something.
again, it
real
also
quick.
feels like the whole they try to shoehorn her in again to have her the one who talks to Twilight and gets her out of her rut, of course. Not her friends. Starlight.
Yeah,
Look, she is
initial-
a good counselor.
My first, well, that one scene that you're referencing, when getting her out of Twilight, out of her slump, my first thought was, she's in that role and how they played it. She does fit that role fairly well. The blunt. I'm just gonna tell you how it is. Yeah, it failed. Here's everything that went wrong, and she's probably a good character for that. But you know who I think probably would have worked better, and who I really wanted to see fill that role for the longest time? Spike.
Spike, yeah, I did too. Yeah, and Spike's just kind of, doing stuff again.
That's my ideal
Spike's the
role for
janitor.
Spike, is the one who's just
At Twilight's side to kick her into shape.
basically,
The
it's
sidekick.
I always imagine the idea of Spike, like things are just going
Yeah.
Spike steps out of the room for a minute and walks back in, and things just fell apart, and the main six are just I don't know, something got screwed up, and Spike just walks in. I'll go get the mop. Just that
Well, that's
deadpan, just
this different
tired
role than
of
what
it.
you were asking here
Just
for.
Just
But
gets
what
it.
you're
Just
talking, but you're talking here is kind of a different role than what you're
it is,
asking
but
for.
just that whole, just the deadpan.
I mean, before Spike
straight
did that role
character sometimes.
perfectly before, with the whole Twilight gets into a slump, Spike brings her back.
Yeah,
He's done it before, and this time they decided
he's her
to-
grounding character.
So I'm wondering how Spike
Just
fans
the-
feel, because I know
just-
a lot of Spike fans are kind of not getting less and less happy with the Starlight's role in the
Kind
show.
of taking over Spike's place.
Yeah, and again, it gets kind of speaks to me, stills me. They still really don't know what to do with her, so just put her in Spike's role. No one will notice. Kind of noticed. Also, my first thought in that scene was throw in the water, but that was my first thought, but that obviously won't happen.
They threw the book in the water.
Yeah.
Which, oh no!
There are
You
two
threw a
songs.
book. Yes, and they're
Two
sort of
songs.
the same, or if I remember
Well,
correctly.
they're kind of different.
tied, but
they're kind of
yeah,
different.
We
in,
did have new
style.
songs.
One of them is much softer. The first one actually, in the first part, actually reminded me of the song "Belle" from the old Beauty and the Beast. That opening song with the Bonjour.
Oh yes, that one. Oh,
it
yeah.
very much reminded me of that song. It's in that same sort of style
It
and
does.
everything. It's
I was catching something, but I couldn't quite place it. So thank you. That's
what it reminded me of. The second song was a little bit softer, as weird.
It is. It's more of a wrapping up song.
I know, but it's still kind of weird because
So
we usually
it
have
would be a
those
little
big, the big song of how everything's great now, and so it's a little more, not bombastic. I don't want to say that's a little too much, but bigger. This felt a little more low key, which is odd.
Yeah. It still worked.
I know it worked, but it's just kind of
Good
weird.
songs.
Oh, the weird, the not bush woolies, whatever they're called.
Oh,
Puck something.
God, I don't remember.
Yeah,
They
puck
look,
something. I remember it's like those are bush woolies, and then
those
they're not
look like bush woolies.
but they're puck something. It's very similar to bush woolly. In
Yeah.
name, but it's something that starts with puck. I remember that, and they're like shooting quills out of the back. They're sharp, and they're all mad because
yeah,
I
they're
don't know,
like porcupines.
I guess
and I don't know why they're mad. Why are you mad though?
yeah, like I guess Ocelus kind of
Made them mad on accident?
somehow. Yeah, that, I don't know.
Or maybe they were just going after their food because there was that one scene grabbing the apple that they dropped.
And also, Sandbar cannot lie to save his life because wow.
Wow.
Hey, wait a minute.
Oh, and that reminded me of the one scene.
Yes,
The Griffin. What's his name?
Gallus.
Gallus the Griffin and Sandbar shipping.
Oh yeah, Gallus being all
So-
sunset. I just did it to save the cupcakes.
Right.
Oh no.
Uh,
The only thing is, for me, Yona, the problem for me, her is, I can feel the clumsiness being overplayed.
yes.
It's like every single scene, she's tripping over her own hair, then cut the hair short. No!
There
Or
it is.
braid it differently or something.
Puckwudgie. That was the name of those.
Puckwudgie.
Puckwudgie.
Puckwudgie. See, it's
It's
very
very much
similar to
like
bush woolly,
bush woolly, and they look like bush woolies,
but they're not.
but they're not.
Just don't feed them after midnight. Also, that weird lock portals and stuff.
Yeah, Neisei just kind of walks through portals to get through everywhere.
It's like a evil-looking portal, by the way.
Well, I mean, he's a racist.
I know,
jerk,
but it's just
so
kind of
I
funny.
guess
It's
that
like a little
fits.
on the nose there, guys.
They have to make sure. Really be
I mean,
obvious.
if the racism didn't tip you off.
If the race, if for some reason his blatant racism didn't make you didn't
But then again,
make you think, this guy's not so great. But yeah, then you look at some people even in this fandom where you just
right? It's just weird. But yeah, then also just this, he like touches like a brooch on his cloak, and all of a sudden chains and magic chains and everything.
yep.
Which I guess okay, it's one of those little artifact to help him cast this spell to lock down the school, and then Twilight's like, nah.
Nah,
But
I
you
break your
can't-
lock.
But if the school's closed, no, it's not. And then he just immediately, I guess he had a little alarm on it.
Probably.
And it's like,
Which
how
it
dare
makes
you?
sense.
How dare you? And I was like,
How dare you?
get out of here. I'm going to
Go
go away.
away.
School.
I do this anyway.
I'm going to do it.
So what if it's not accredited?
What are you
I
gonna
don't
do?
care.
What are you going to do?
Come at me.
Princess Twilight Sparkle. Oh, I just remember the weird thing, speaking of, they kept slipping up in every pony and then say every creature. Why can't
Every
you just
creature.
use everybody and
It'll
everyone?
make it easier on the voice actors.
It'd make it so much easier. Instead, you got to do this every creature thing. Like, but why though?
I think they're doing it on purpose just to play up the, they can't say every pony, so
I
they
know,
have to
but-
still make it awkward
I
somewhat
don't know.
somehow.
Just everybody though.
Yeah, because I think with everybody it would just blend in. I don't know. I don't know why. I'm just trying to come up with
Backstreet's
reasons.
back tonight.
Everybody.
It's not. But it's
It's a thing, I guess.
it's weird too. I don't know. Also, the hooky thing was just. Yeah, the whole thing was just we're gonna play hooky,
We're gonna play hooky. We're gonna skip.
and then
We're gonna.
they became friends.
Yep.
And then everyone freaked out because there's almost an international incident.
It's almost
We almost had World War.
a world war.
Oh boy, all because some kids went missing. Then again,
because
we had a World War because one guy died.
Yeah, that's how it started. Holy crap.
That's how the First World War started. One guy gets killed and everyone just loses their minds.
Well, because it was kind of an important person.
It was important, but still, it's like, okay.
But
yeah,
it was, yeah.
And
one guy got killed.
That could have been the thing. The World War, because the kids went missing.
Yep. And the changeling stole it. Oh, poor Thorax. Poor Thorax going, no, everyone's going to blame us.
I'm so
it's not us.
I'm sorry.
Thorax had nothing against the ponies. He knew it was like, yeah, we get it. It's just this one guy. But it's like, oh, God, they're all going to blame us.
Yeah. It's an episode that's this premiere has been it was pretty good, all things considered. It's not the greatest.
I liked it, but I want to
several
hold
premieres
judgment.
I liked more. I think season 2, season 5, maybe 1. But yeah, I mean, again, it's not like the Crystal Link, which is just
it wasn't the
season. It's kind of shares that similarity to season 7's in that don't know how to feel about it, but for different reasons.
Yeah, it also wasn't last season.
Yeah, season 7's.
Yeah, it was not season 7. Yeah.
So there's that.
Yeah. I guess it will really all depend on how things go from here.
Yeah, that's really what it is.
That's really what it's going to be.
So we'll, I guess, come back to it.
My hopes are up. I like this. Yeah, well, I'm optimistic about where it will go, but I can't really give an official
we'll see at the end of the season, I guess.
Yeah. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah. So,
it could be good.
Yeah, it's pretty good, I guess. That's pretty much it. It's pretty good.
Fail completely.
Pretty good, just some reservations. That's the verdict I am having.
Yep.
Pretty good reservations, though.
Yep. Isn't that what we said about some other things, too? Oh.
To a degree, but not...
some comics and
some
other
stuff,
episodes.
But we never had this problem with premieres to a degree.
Yeah. I guess that's all we want to ramble on about it now. Oh, right. One scene that I absolutely cracked up about. The tiniest party cannon.
Oh, yeah. Little tiny party cannon, right? And also party cannons everywhere. How?
Don't ask. Don't ask.
I'm going to ask. But how? Also Pinky wearing the hat with the little light on it. Because she's trying to measure out how much do you think is going to span before you have to knocking down walls.
Yep.
And there was Twilight's pity thing, which just covered up with pillows with sad music playing
and crying.
Yeah. And everyone trying to cheer up and not.
Which is kind of interesting that the changeling that's a lot like Twilight really likes pillows.
Oh.
I
think we got that through all that.
So yes, I guess that's all we'll mumble on about that. So we will move on to what little fan content we have.
Yeah.
I'll start off with, I've got one song.
One song.
And it is Homage and TCB's It's Raining Now.
It's raining now.
This is an odd one. It's happy in spite of the rain. It's this hopeful song. Yes, it's raining, but we'll still have fun kind of a thing. It's upbeat, but it's also calm and mellow at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So I like it. It made it work, and it was really well done. I liked the vocal work on it. Also, good little vocal chopping later on for like the chorus or whatnot. Also, near the ending, I had the little 8-bit stuff as well. It was also really well done.
The rain in the constant rain in the background as well.
Yes, it works.
It also starts off with a very soft guitar work in the beginning, and then starts to build up, and then it starts introducing the more chippy stuff.
Yep.
Chippies.
Chippy.
Chip.
Chip, not chib.
Yeah, very different thing there. Yeah, the more chip, like 8-bit-esque thing.
I liked.
It's pretty cool. No new fanfic, but quick update. The Worst of All Possible Worlds had 3 new chapters.
3. It's
And
awful
remember,
like
this is the
dumping
one with
updates.
Tirek world,
Yes.
which is interesting of itself. It's just a sunset. Let's see, working with Tirek and going around. Let's see, went with Tirek on a mission and
Chrysalis.
Yeah,
That was the
Chrysalis
thing.
shows up, and there's also the dragons and whatnot.
Yes, the
We're
dress.
working with
yeah,
the
Ember
changelings.
and Changelings.
Oh, it looks like they're kind of tricked. Into
Yeah, actually,
working
I'm
with
not
them.
certain if Crystal was there. I can't remember, but it was Changelings.
Yeah, I think Chrysalis mentioned.
Yeah, Chrysalis was mentioned, but yeah, Ember is working with Changelings,
Yeah,
and there was
also-
a big thing in the bazaar.
and there's all that stuff. And Celestia really doesn't like sunset in this world,
Yep.
so there's that. It's
That's that.
still 2 more chapters as of this point. There might be more by next time. I don't know.
Yeah, Sotha seems to like dumping updates in
Yeah,
batches.
3 or
so
4 at a time.
We'll see.
Let's see how this whole Tirek thing ends. I'm trying to just like, how's this going to end? That's what
Yeah,
I'm
because
confused
I
about
still
at this
have
point.
no idea. Still waiting for like another shoe to drop or something like
Oh,
that. I don't know. It's
It's strange.
strange.
No new fanfic because it was just a odd week this week, and
Yeah.
a couple things I'm keeping my eye on, but they're not really finished, and I'm not sure. Yeah, I want to see how far they get further. I want to see them get further before I really commit to anything.
So that's the end of fan content. It's the end of the episode.
Woo!
So yeah, I hope you liked what you heard. If you did, you can find all of our other episodes, past, future, and present, at pony411.libsyn.com. So just go there, download them all. There's an RSS feed too. You can also find us on iTunes. Just search for Pony411. Subscribe to us there, and it'll auto download. You also rate us there. Give us 5 stars. You can also find us on Stitcher, Stitcher.com, or use one of the mobile apps, Android or iOS. Just search for us. You know our name. We're also on YouTube, youtube.com/pony411. So go there, do your usual YouTube trifecta of like, comment, and subscribe, because that's what you have to do for YouTube, right? So yes, we're there. You can also find us on Google Play. That's play.google.com/music, and then search for us, Pony411. You can find us there. You can also find us on Ponyville Live, along with all of their other shows that they have listed there. We have a page with them, and it will update when our YouTube page updates, so if you get stuff from there, you can find us. We also air on Ponyville FM every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern, so tune in then and listen to us. You should also tune in at other times. They have live DJs and really good music playing, so check them out. If you would like to get a hold of us, you can email us. We are pony411podcast@gmail.com. So send us comments, criticisms, suggestions. Tell us what you thought about this episode. Tell us if we missed anything or whatnot, or any of the other things we talked about, the comics or the Quest Girl shorts, or even music.
Going to pack a lot in this episode.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Tell us what you thought. If you want us to talk about something in the next episode, send it to us and we will take a look. So anything like that, you can send us to our email address. We're also on Facebook, facebook.com/pony411. Go like our page there. We'll post updates when they happen. And we're also on Twitter at Pony411. That's the best way for quick loop communication. So you just follow us there, tweet us, just say hi, ask us questions, whatnot. We're there for your enjoyment. You can also find us on our personal accounts. I am at Alcatraz with a 7 instead of a T and an underscore at the end, and he is at Nemesis Prime 1.
Woo!
So,
I got a Switch!
yes, you're switching things up on us.
That's an art fan level pun. How dare you?
Ha.
No, seriously, he made that exact same pun.
Wait, really?
Yes. To me.
Oh. Well, because I made it to you before we started recording, too. I don't know if
He
you
did
heard
too.
me, though. Well, great minds think alike, I guess.
No, not great minds.
Anyway, yes, you got a Switch, and you're tweeting about that, and I forgot what I'm tweeting about, other than standard retweeting ponies. So yes, we're there on Twitter. Follow us. And again, this is the end of the episode. We hope you liked what you heard, and we hope you tune in next week when we talk about episode 3.
The
when it
mod
comes
couple.
out. The mod couple. Who boy.
Mod gets
That's
a boyfriend.
going to be a thing.
Fandom's on fire again.
Oh, I don't think...
Again.
I think this fire has always been burning. We didn't start this.
Because the world's been turning.
That's such a good song. Anyway, if one last time, we hope you liked what you heard. Hope you tune in next time. But remember, until then, please, pony responsibly. See ya.
Bye.